and welcome to day 4. Thanks so much again. I hope that today's going great for you. If you haven't been to the Lord yet in prayer, please pause and do that first.
For the wrath of God is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men, who by their unrighteousness suppress the truth. For what can be known about God is plain to them, because God has shown it to them. For his invisible attributes, namely his eternal power and divine nature, have been clearly perceived ever since the creation of the world, in the things that have been made, so they are without excuse. For although they knew God, they did not honor him as God or give thanks to him, but they became futile in their thinking, and their foolish hearts were darkened. Claiming to be wise, they became fools, and exchanged the glory of the immortal God for images resembling mortal man, and birds and animals and creeping things. Therefore, God gave them up in the lust of their hearts to impurity, to the dishonoring of their bodies among themselves, because they exchanged the truth about God for a lie and worshipped and served the creature rather than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. For this reason, God gave them up to dishonorable passions. For their women exchanged natural relations for those that are contrary to nature. And the men likewise gave up natural relations with women, and were consumed with passion for one another, men committing shameless acts with men, and receiving in themselves the due penalty for their error. And since they did not see fit to acknowledge God, God gave them up to a debased mind, to do what ought not be done. They were filled with all manner of unrighteousness, evil, covetousness, malice. They are full of envy, murder, strife, deceit, maliciousness. They are gossips, slanderers, haters of God, insolent, haughty, boastful, inventors of evil, disobedient to parents, foolish, faithless, heartless, ruthless. Though they know God's righteous decree that those who practice such things deserve to die, they not only do them, but give approval to those who practice them. Okay, let's unpack that just a little bit. Paul calls out an unbelieving society and casts God's judgment against both Jews and Gentiles for that unbelief. God's personal anger against sin is revealed through the gospel message, and Paul calls out the fact that sinful man suppresses the truth of God in their sin. In fact, those sinners have no excuse in their sin because God's general revelation of himself in nature is all around them and has been since the creation of the world. His eternal power and divine nature can be seen everywhere you look, and therefore humanity is without excuse. They cannot say they had no idea a God exists because his work is standing right there in front of them. Instead, though, they ignored that clear truth and exchanged it for a lie. They exchanged the truth of God for belief in other things, which is idolatry. They worshiped creation rather than the Creator. In this disbelief in God, they think they're wise, but ironically, this faux wisdom could not be farther from the truth. And as they rejected God in their unbelief, he allowed them to succumb to the will of their own flesh, which included a list of unnatural behavior, including homosexuality, evil, coveting, jealousy, murder, gossiping, boasting, disobedience to parents, and many other fruits of the flesh. These unbelievers know that according to God's standard that these things are wrong and deserve the punishment of death, but they ignore that reality and encourage others to do these evil things as well.
Well, thanks again. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please like it below. And as always, we'll see you again tomorrow.